Brain breaks, yeah. Yeah, brain breaks, breathing.
What's happening where they go to fun? Guys.
We'll call this council regular session to order. It is Wednesday, March 15th, time is 7 p.m. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Yeah, I see a bunch of mayor contestants out here, a bunch of people that want to be, if I were mayor contest participants, and I know we got some on Zoom too, watching in, so just gonna go ahead and read. We received 12 poster entries for the 4th and 5th grade. We received 2 essays for the 6th and 8th grade. And we had 23 digital presentations for the 9th and 12th through 12th grade. A total of 42 participants with some high school students were working in pairs. And so our first place winners are gonna get $150. And they're gonna be submitted at state. Last year, we actually had 2 first place state winners and we had a second place state winner. And so there's only 3 categories and we had first place in the 4th, 5th, first place in the 6th to 8th, and second in the 9th to 12th. So it was a really good year for us last year. And this is even a better turnout than we've had, and hopefully, with the email, that committee will see what we see here today, a lot of good posters. So I'm gonna go ahead and announce the poster winners first. So, the 4th to 5th grade poster winner is Yafi Martin. Here.
Yes.
Yes. Here.
I liked your color on your poster.
Yes.
It was so many.
And I'm gonna grab your poster. I'm gonna hand you this to hold, and we're gonna look at Crystal, and I'm gonna hold your poster up here, okay? Yeah. Okay.
Right.
You thought you did a wonderful job on this poster. Great artwork. You took a lot of time in creating this wonderful poster. And I think it's got a really good chance. And you know, I'm a fisherman. I really like that part of it. So congratulations. And Lisa over there has $150 check for you. Yeah. This stand, John, can you give me that? Hey, can you pull the confidential seat? Yeah, it's confidential. See that?
Right now.
So our second place winner was Kellyanne Duvall.
Oh, yeah, I really liked your fruit with the hands and.
Hold this, young lady. Yep. Really loved all that crazy fruit there going on.
Oh.
And congratulations to you, and Lisa has a $50. You really like the. You wanna tell us just a little bit about it? You got the hospital, you know, all you kids have a lot of good community stuff going on in your posters too. I wanna say that for all the kids that submitted. Very, very well thought out. And it shows that you care about your future and our future. So,
Good job.
okay,
Great job, Kelly.
all right, Lisa. Okay, our essay. We have our essay. This is 6th to 8th grade. Our first place is Brooke Van Arzadal. You here tonight? We had a bunch of high school students that are gonna be here tonight too as well, so, okay, our second place is Luke DeRoya. And Luke, you wanna tell us a little bit about your essay, just what you were what you wrote it on and few words and. Was picking up garbage, wasn't it? Picking up garbage and. Yeah, 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 that's right, yes, yep. So, we'll get a picture with you here. All right, Lisa's got a check for you for $50.
The essays were very, I thought, very well done. In addition to the council, I have a teacher eye, so I'm looking for that capitalization and punctuation and organization. So you did very well.
And the other essay was written on the need for childcare.
Yes.
And I was like, wow, this person knows what's going on in the
Yeah.
community. So
Yeah. Yeah, that was yours.
Luke's.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Well, good job.
Yes, probably, yeah, he was second place. Okay, so in our first place, digital presentation. We have Montaigne reading. And it was really really good presentation. We could probably maybe skip to his and go both of them. And our second place was, I know I'm gonna screw this up, Sonova. Snow, yes, it's really, but that was our second place. And, can we just skip through them and maybe show, because I know we had a few of them, but just those two? Or our first place?
Yeah, I'll pull it up here.
They're pretty entertaining.
Yes,
It's so good.
and we knew they were gonna be here, and we're actually gonna try to go to Mr. Musim had actually, had his civics class. Gave it to him as a project, so we're gonna show up there and, award them their certificate and their money, so. Who else is here that, submitted a poster? Raise the hands. What's your name? Lillian. Hey, I think I have, I got your participation certificate here. Yeah. You can either keep it and take it back with you, but you can show everybody your artwork here.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
very good. Wow.
Good job. Yes, thank you very much for submitting that. And I know that Crystal wants to get a picture with all the people who participated in the, so Lillian, you're gonna need to stay up here for a minute. She wants a picture of all of us together. If you wanna come on up, if you're part of the contest, won, second place, or just even entered, please come on up. She's bossy like that. She told me prior I had to do this, so. And I'll hold this, okay? You
Yeah.
wanna grab your photos?
Yeah, do you wanna?
And you can take it home with you. When I send to the state, it's just a picture of it.
Oh, okay.
Can you scoot over a little? Yeah, this way.
Yeah, come.
No, I know. Then have everybody scoot down like more. There we go. Hey. Okay, everybody look here. Smile. Perfect.
How about a final round of applause for.
You were looking at when I took a picture before.
Okay, yeah. So just you and I, okay, hold on, the phone right here, okay?
All right, ready? Smile. Perfect. Chicken soup. You ready?
Okay, so we're gonna watch the winners, the winner and runner up.
I were there. Those issues. One of the big issues is right here, Portland, Columbia. I can see left because there's no car there, but on the right side, Cozy Corner allows people to park right in front. And that creates this blockage where I can't see. My only option is to pull forward, but we all know if you've ever been on this intersection, anytime in the morning, old dudes like to take their sweet time taking this crosswalk. And you'll get in the way. So we gotta find a solution, and one of the solutions I can think of is maybe put a bike rack there, right there instead. Because in the morning, sometimes Cozy Corner will have semi parked there as well, and that makes it even worse. This is really dangerous and it can be prevented super easily, and if I were mayor, that would be one of the first things I would change. This isn't necessarily. Should say it's a issue. No, it stops on here, it stops on that side, and there's no stopping that goes straight through. But people will stop at this anyways, and this is a big issue, especially during Halloween time. Now, one of the things that I would say we need to fix, or we can add to this. Think of this. There, we put a little sign down. And on that side, that kind of explains that there's no stop and maybe a little bit more direction on how this intersection works, even though it's not that hard.
Hi, my name is Sylvia Arsenault, and I'm in fourth grade and I go to St. Helens High School. And if I were mayor for the day, I would look into the wealth divide in our community and drug use. One thing I have to address about the drug use is a lot of the times we have rehabs and stuff for everybody that takes like people with kids or without kids, but places in town like the house in Bell Running Dog is really only accepting parents that have kids and not drug users just in general. So if somebody uses drugs and goes to rehab and they don't have kids in town, we don't really have any places like house them. We often have these people fall back into doing drugs again, and they also do a fresh start. So I think that we should get some sort of facility for that. And we should also start fundraising resources we already have. We have the Alana Club, we can fundraise and put money to that. So we can have people like go to NNA meetings, that's really good for recovering drug addicts, we're recovering drug addicts. If we fundraise for a place like the Alana Club, they could put that money into making a nicer facility where more people can build homes and all sorts of places, like people that already have, or just alcoholics and stuff. And I feel like that would bring our recovering addicts work together in a nice environment, like that would definitely help our town's problem with drug use.
Again, thank you for all who participated. It was a good year and we had a lot of fun judging and looking at all the different posters and reading the essays and digital presentations. So thanks.
Try again next year and get your friends.
He was a winner.
The essay.
She's
Oh.
actually on here. She was on a different name though.
Oh, okay.
Have her.
Sure.
Yes.
Hey, Brooke, can you hear me? Or I'll see if I can hear you.
Yes, I hear you.
Okay. So congratulations on your essay.
Let him see you.
Thank you.
You don't have to, that's all right.
She's not going for that.
Just want to congratulate you, and we have $150 check for you waiting down here at the city if you want to come in and let them know that you need you're here for Lisa Scholl. She'll give you your check for 150, and we look forward to entering this at the state competition for a chance to win $500. And if you are the first place, you'll be joining me in Hood River, $500. And having a meal with me, like last year we did in Newport. And even second place is $300, but congratulations on $150 and putting forth the effort to submit the essay.
Thank you so much.
Tell him Dad wants to go fishing with him.
All right, thank you. All right, and again, to all our winners and everybody who participated, thank you for participating. And you'll be sure that we get I have a certificate for you. And we'll be sure that we reach out to each other and everybody and give you a time participation certificate. So with that, what we do here is we actually do resolutions and adopt codes, and so we're gonna get on with our meeting here, and actually we're starting with a proclamation, which are kind of fun, but sometimes they can be tongue twisters, so I have to put my glasses on. Oh, no, with the proclamation first and then public comment. Yeah, it's on there. Yep. Okay, so this proclamation is Save the Soil Day. So we have a sticker here, Save the Soil, March 21st, whereas Save the Soil is a global movement launched by Saguru, uniting world leaders, visionaries, influencers, and citizens of all nations behind a common purpose to restore safeguards for the world's soil. And whereas Save Soil aims to address the global soil crisis, recognizing that 52% of the world's agricultural soils are already degraded. And by 2050, 90% of Earth's soils could be degraded. And whereas addressing soil degradation issues would bring solutions for the loss of biodiversity, nutritional deficiencies, food securities, water, scarcity, climate change, and mass migration. And whereas the proposed solution is to advance for policies across the nations for soil restoration and aim to increase organic content in agricultural soils to a minimum of 3 to 6%. And whereas in an effort to raise awareness and activate support from leaders and citizens alike, Saguru was on a 300-kilometer journey, or 30,000-kilometer journey of a lone motorcyclist covering 27 nations over 100 days since March 21st, 2022. And whereas this movement is supported by 81 nations globally, now therefore I, Rick Scholl of the city of St. Helens, do hereby proclaim March 21st as Save the Soil Day in St. Helens, Oregon. Vital to all life and to urge all citizens to be part of the Save the Soil movement and to support the nation's policies towards soil restoration and aim to raise the organic content of soil to a minimum of 3 to 6%. Further proclaim that I urge all citizens to participate in creating bright futures for our children and the future of our planet. And witness that wherefore I hereunto set my hand and cause the seal of the city of St. Helens to be affixed at the City Hall on this day, March 15th. And there we go. So it's vitally important that we actually do continue to have that food source. And make sure that the soil does not lose its nutrients, so we can grow things. You don't appreciate things until they're gone sometimes, and You work on that, so I really like this proclamation, so. Especially what's going on with this world nowadays, so. Farmlands are being gobbled up by, a lot of people. And about 341 million acres just in the United States is owned by China, farmland. That says a lot right there, so. Just keeping that in mind. Those are the type of things we do as politicians. We are trying to be aware of that. We're a smaller scale. We're worried about water and streets and schools and playgrounds and parks, but those are the type of concerns that we have even as a council and thoughts, but we have on a smaller scale and are able to do a lot of things. So we definitely appreciate our young citizens and appreciate their input, which is vitally noted. So again, thank you guys for showing up. Now we're going to go on to a resolution. So these are what we do. Oh wait, visitor comments. Yeah.
Weird, right?
It was a little out of order. So what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna invite people up to do visitor comments. And it's now time for visitor comments, visitor comment period. In the central part of local government meetings, each person has 3 minutes to speak. The city council will take all input into consideration. However, the open meeting laws, this isn't the time for dialogue, but rather a time for us to listen to you. Our city administrator and our city recorder are taking notes of action. Thank you for participating in visitor comments. Who would like to speak?
Stephen Topaz, 360 St. Helens Street. I agree with the corner on St. Helens and 4th Street in East Hill. I'm gonna ask the council to do something and do it, we'll say with great emphasis. There was an article in the Chronicle today discussing the need for a bond issue for the high school. And we've just seen some of the work that our students are doing. And for some peculiarities in the way the finance laws, we can, the school system can float a bond issue without increasing the charge to our citizens. And you should invite Scott Stockwell here to explain the details of it. But I asked
Lily Albury.
emphasis,
So that-
great emphasis to have the city pass the bond issue. Thank you.
Other visitor comment? Your name for the record.
This is Nick Helmick, 250 South 4th Street. Again, yeah, South 4th Street definitely needs some attention. Actually, one thing I was gonna talk about, one of the stop signs actually got removed from my street. So if you go, if you're going down by the brick apartments and you're kind of wrapping around, you go down the hill. Well, now they took that stop sign off on the right, but the one on the left is still there, but people just still ripping down. And just now it's even worse. I'm not gonna name names, but I've seen some city worker trucks kind of going fast, so it's just natural. You're going down a hill, you're gonna pick up speed, especially in vehicles. So second issue I wanted to bring up, again, thank you for taking the time to listen to me. I've been seeing an increase in chalking of tires. And I know code enforcement has to track how long people are parked there, and I'm not against enforcing it. The one concern I have is putting a tracking device on people's private property without a warrant. Actually, wasn't my opinion. The 6th District Court of Appeals actually ruled it unconstitutional and fined the state of Michigan $1 per citation. I think maybe a better suggestion, maybe partner with kitty parking, like Portland has those green boxes. People get a 2-hour free ticket. They want to pay for more parking. City gets year-round income. They don't have to pay code enforcement overhead to walk around, chalk tires, pay that time, pay that gas. At the risk of them getting hit by a car. Yes, increases revenue for the city. It's safer for everyone. So it's kind of a win-win. I know it kind of probably seems like a small thing. I'm just a citizen, so don't have too much power, but I just want to maybe bring that to the attention. Yeah, that was pretty much it. Just it's been ruled by a federal judge. I need to look up his name. Yeah, it's Federal Judge Thomas Ludington of Eastern District of Michigan. And they got fined $1 per citation they wrote. So it amounted to a decent fine, so just wanted to give a heads up about that. I'm not against enforcing. I know we have to enforce it, but just constitutionally, I guess, yeah. I know it sounds silly, but. That was it.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Comment?
Hillary Doval, 58970 Burlock Park Street. I've lived there about 3 years now, and I've noticed there's a lot of traffic coming from the highway to bypass the lights, so they come down Burlock. Twice a day, the high schoolers are using that road as a way to get to the high school and back. It's pretty congested, and there's a lot of potholes, and the street is horrible. It's horrible.
Your presentations, there's a lot of ones about the potholes in Burlock Park. It's actually a county road.
I didn't know if it was, I wanted to bring it up. I wasn't sure. Well, it is. We even had one of the residents out repairing a pothole that was pretty bad himself. So I'm just, I didn't know if it was a county or city. So I appreciate you listening, and I don't know what to do about it, but yeah. If I knew who to contact, I would write them.
Yeah, well, and we actually thought about, when I go to the high school, if they wanted to attend the county commission meeting. There was a lot of videos, actually, it was probably 6 or 7.
It's so bad. It's bad. And people are going into the left lane to dodge around a lot of the potholes, which, it creates the same.
And like I said, I apologize for laughing, but that's why I laughed. It's the bunch of videos.
So that's good to know that people are bringing it up, so I appreciate it. Thanks for listening.
Brady Preheim. I guess it's sad to be happy that you wasted $1.5 million on designing the first police station. I guess I'm happier that you're redesigning it rather than going ahead with that project. So it's always not a good thing, but at least you're moving forward with that. I do want to express my concerns about the waterfront development and the fact that it's with urban renewal dollars. And if people don't come, if your field of dreams does not happen, you're in serious financial trouble. And just ask Scappoose about what happens when the airport and nobody shows up after almost 10 years where they've had that shovel ready. And so I'm concerned that this, again, unlike the police station, which I don't support, I'm fully supportive of the waterfront. It's one of the things that I think the city has really done right. Pat yourself in the back of that, but I am concerned about financing and using urban renewal and what happens if we don't get development there. And the last thing is I get lots and lots of complaints from multiple of the people, including some city employees. And the fact that you have failed to act on certain personnel who get demoted and not taking action is a problem. It's a problem for the city, who obviously has financial issues and she's had to do supplemental budgets and moving money around. But when a person gets demoted, it should be a demotion and they should lose salary and not keep it. And you need to take action because people are aware of it, people know about it, and it makes them unhappy and they're complaining. And you need to take action. I mean, it's just that simple. If you keep your salary and you have less responsibility, it's not a demotion, it's actually a promotion. Who doesn't want more money and do less work? And so again, I get lots of city employees who are aware of it and have complained. So we should take action. Thanks.
Okay, other visitor comments? How about on Zoom? Nobody? Okay, now we're going to go into a resolution. Resolution 1976, a resolution adopting the city of St. Helens health and safety manual superseding any prior versions.
that we accept resolution number 1976.
Okay, a motion's been made and seconded to approve resolution 1976. Council President.
Aye.
Council Sunday.
Aye.
Council Henderson.
Aye.
Council Berkeley.
Aye.
And I'm an aye as well. Resolution number 1977, a resolution of the Commons Council of the City of St. Helens, Oregon, adopting a supplemental budget and authorizing a transfer of appropriations within the fund for fiscal year 2022-2023.
Adopt resolution number 19. That's right.
Okay, motion's been made and seconded to approve resolution 1970.
Aye.
Cindy. Aye. Mr. Gunderson. Aye. Mr. Berkeley.
Aye.
As well. Resolution number 1978, a resolution authorizing the transfer of appropriations within a fund for fiscal year 2022.
Motion we accept resolution number 1978.
Okay, a motion's been made and seconded to approve resolution 1978. President Chilton.
Aye.
Mr. Sunday. Aye. Mr. Gunderson.
Aye.
Mr. Berkeley.
Aye.
And I'm an aye as well. Resolution 1979, a resolution determining that a nuisance exists upon property located at 155 North Columbia River Highway within the city of St. Helens and directing that nuisance to be removed or abated.
Move to adopt resolution number 1979 as read.
Second.
Okay, motion's been made and seconded to approve resolution 1979. Council President.
Aye.
Council Bundy.
Aye.
Council Gunderson.
Aye.
Council Berkeley.
Aye.
And I'm an aye as well. Approve and authorize for signature. 6, amendment number 7 to agreement with Mayor Reed for Riverwalk Phase 1 project design, construction and permits. 7, agreement with Lower Columbia Engineering LLC for design and engineering services related to the Gateway project at South First and St. Helens Street. 8, amendment to number 1. To agreement with Columbia County for Columbia Boulevard sidewalk and safety improvement projects.
That we approve and are authorized for signature items 6, 7, and 8.
Second that. Okay, motion's been made and seconded and discussion.
Just one question about number 7. The design of the Gateway project. Are we asking, or I'm sure providing guidance and all, are we expecting that Gateway project to be consistent with the branding and way finding that we have for the rest of the city, or how does this fit in that?
So I can answer that.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, that's it.
Eager, very eager, go ahead.
Yeah, it's part of the process, right? And it's gonna be a public engagement process. We do have the Gateway and already in effect, and then finally that will expire any kind of design this in the future, but there'll be professionals and public other groups and all that.
I guess I just want, yeah, I guess I'm just saying, maybe want to expressing like that since we have that plan and we've adopted it, to make sure that through that whole process, we kind of keep that in, at least keep that in mind. That's all.
Totally agree. I
The
think
consultant will have a copy of that plan.
I totally agree. I think I brought up something similar to that when we were talking about that and wondering about gateways also maybe up on Columbia. And Columbia River Highway, and also the down here on Kellett.
And making sure Main Street is sitting at the convention we talked about.
Yeah.
Make sure that it all is publicly set.
Yeah. Okay.
And I did have a recent meeting at Main Street.
Yes. All right, motion's been made and seconded to approve and authorize signature 6, 7, 8. Council President.
Aye.
Councilor Sunday.
Aye.
Councilor Gunderson. Aye. Councilor Berkeley.
Aye.
And I'm an aye as well. Consent agenda for acceptance. 9, amended Parks Control Commission bylaws. Parks and Recreation Commission. And that one. You trying to keep it simple on me? Is that what that was?
I move acceptance of agenda item number 9.
Second. Okay, motion from made and second to approve consent agenda 9. Council President Jordan.
Aye.
Councilor Sutton. Aye. Councilor Anderson.
Aye.
Councilor Berkeley.
Aye.
And I'm aye as well. Consent agenda for approval. 10, council public hearing minutes dated March 1st, 2023. 11 OLCC licenses. 12 declared surplus property, police department, expired evidence and unclaimed found safekeeping items. And 13 accounts payable bill list.
Submit. I make a motion
Trying to share
to approve
Agenda
agenda items 10, 11, 12, and 13.
Second.
Okay, a motion's been made and seconded to approve consent agenda 10, 11, 12, and 13. Council President,
Aye.
Councilor Sundin.
Aye.
Councilor Johnson.
Aye.
Councilor Berkeley.
Aye.
And I'm an aye as well. We had anything to work, okay? Let's go ahead and go to Council President Hilton for her report.
Okay, well, first off, we did the planning commission joint meeting last week. And there was just a lot of dialogue there, but I feel like we got a lot of clarity on some really great points brought up from the commission and the council in that session and staff. So I feel like we're, another step closer to figuring out how that's all gonna play out. And then I went to a candidate forum where I heard Sheriff Pixley bring up the possibility of a levy that he's planning on going out for the county to increase staffing for 24-hour policing for the sheriff's department. So that's a pretty interesting concept. That was the first I've heard of a levy in that fashion. So I'm interested to see more of that conversation in the community and what that might look like as far as St. Helens residents. I got to hear from some great port candidates. There was some really knowledgeable candidates there that had some really great ideas about utilizing our deep river ports and how we can bring industry to the river in Columbia County. And so I'm very excited about the future of the port. Really knowledgeable people sitting at that table. So I'm excited about that. Heard from some great school board candidates also. So, now is the time, it's campaign time. So just kind of hearing everyone's ideas and seeing directions and trying to build networks for the city. Because it's great to branch out to county and the port and other cities and just try to, utilize our brains all together. So that's all I got.
All right. Councilor Sundin.
All right, just again, want to thank those who participated in the If I Were Mayor contest. My family and I were quarantined at home most of the week last week, so it was a nice break in between having a chance to watch something fun and entertaining, and they did a great job. As far as parks are going, there's lots of good work going on in parks right now. A lot of it behind the scenes, not things that are really obvious, but lots of tree removal and stuff like that the winter weather has brought on. Vandalism continues to be a big problem in the parks, so it's been a big problem in Campbell Park for a long time. Lately, there's been some more vandalism going on in McCormick Park. So I think people would want to have nice things, but it sounds like the majority of that vandalism is happening right after school gets out within an hour or two. So adjustments are being made, bathrooms are being locked at different times to prevent some of that destruction that's going on a regular basis.
Good.
We want to thank the Little League and softball groups for all the work that they're going to be doing as they're gearing up for their seasons and all the work that they do on our fields. Met with the Parks Commission this week, and they are forming a grant subcommittee. Start looking at some smaller, easy grants to get to improve the parks. So that's something new that they're going to be working on. And we also had a good discussion on Monday about there's several members of the Parks Commission that are concerned about the stage location down in Columbia View Park here. So I think we expressed that same concern and the fact that everybody wants to to get it right and make sure it's in the right spot. So Jenny was there with us and let us know that the renderings will be coming in soon, and hopefully that'll help to ease some of those concerns. The police station is still progressing. John and I were meeting with the design team weekly. I think those weekly meetings have ended now, but pleased with what I saw there. Chief Greenway updated me and let me know that they are currently completing background checks for 2 potential new hires.
Good.
Our K9 Max is about halfway through his 10-week training, and both him and Officer Cutright are doing great. So appreciate the good work going on there. He also wanted me to pass on that with the warmer weather hopefully coming here soon, that the policing of the docks in Sand Island is going to continue to be a problem in the future. So I think partnership with the sheriff's office is going to be key there, and making sure that we have the support there that we need. So just something to be aware of. I think that's it.
Excellent, good work. Thank you. Gunderson.
My planning commission meeting got postponed until next week, so I don't have much to report, but we do have the planning commission meeting next Tuesday. And then Wednesday is the retreat we're going to be having, so I'll have more to bring up after that. I'm sure it's all gonna be around House Bill 3015, but I'll let you guys know.
Yeah, okay. All right, Councilor Berkeley.
Had the opportunity to help direct runners during the food bank hunger run. Not as many people actually running as last year. The weather, it was cold and rainy, and I'm imagining some, they were able to do virtual runs and all, but again, it was I was standing at the corner at the CrossFit and after I sent some of the 10K runners running, I looked again at my map, and I was looking at the map and I'm wondering, oh my gosh, did I send them the wrong way? Well, leave it to me to know, but I didn't. We got it all right. So but it's just really great to see and living just a block down from the food bank, and when I drive to work often seeing people, it was really good to see that's facility is up and running. It has been up and running, and that it's even greater now that many of the COVID related benefits have stopped, including the supplemental nutrition program. So it's good to do that. Then that afternoon, I was helping to pull Ivy and
Wow, you were busy.
yeah, Ivy over on the 5th Street Trail. Some good things happening there. The library board meeting that was rescheduled due to a lack of a quorum on Monday, but I had some good meetings, continue to have good meetings with Suzanne, our library director, and they continue to work with the board on the development of new strategic plan, looking at partnerships with OMIC and PCC and other businesses to see about getting additional funding for the makerspace staffing, since that expires at the end this year, not the fiscal year, but the calendar year.
Yeah.
So I think we have funding for this the first half of the fiscal year, but wanting to extend that. So that's going on, and spring will spring next week. The progression of wildflowers will be starting soon with trillium and fawn lilies coming up, and we've got the camas is going to be coming out. So I really hope that people will get an opportunity to enjoy that outside. And but at the same time, folks, if you have English ivy growing and Scots broom and some of these other nasty things, I encourage folks, let's get rid of it. let's get rid of it. And if you're gonna be planting some stuff, we got some good native plants available to make your lawn look nice and beautiful too. Anyway, yeah, spring's just around the corner.
Thank you. Yeah, Scottsboro is just nasty stuff. English ivy, very invasive. Just thinking about our city as a whole, we'll go through some growing pains. I mean, that's what's going on here, you know. Trying to build a police station, we're redeveloping the waterfront, we got broadleaf going on, people are noticing, and some people don't like change, and I get it. But we're in a position right now that we're actually going through a lot of growth, and imagine it's gonna be very difficult and challenging, especially as the summer and spring goes on with the parking issue and all the events that we have, so. I just want to make sure that we're all prepared for that, and moving forward, I know you do a good job of releasing that weekly update on the waterfront project. But I just know there'll be a lot more that will be coming down the pipe, so. If you hear wind of something, or if somebody reaches out to you, and you don't have the answers, have them reach out to staff, or just so we can, you know, try to help all our citizens, because this is gonna be a difficult time of year. It is, with that waterfront and everything that's gonna be going on, especially as they progress forward. It looks like they're moving like gangbusters, but once they get up here, it's gonna all slow down and go to a snail's crawl, and then it's gonna seem like they're literally camping here. And that's what will happen, but it's only, you know, a couple of years for a lifetime, well, quite a bit, maybe 70 years worth of not having to do things other than routine maintenance. So, because that's where we're at right now with our infrastructure. Probably about 50, you know, materials back then, about 50 years into it, and we got all these sewer issues, and you know, broadleaf is, I don't know how many of you have had people reach out to you about broadleaf in the intersection out there. They're not arguing the housing, they're arguing the intersection.
You know, they have valid concerns.
And they do,
Yes.
they do.
Very valid.
So I explained to them that it has met all the traffic studies. Well, why does it gotta be there? Well, first and foremost, it is zoned properly and met all the traffic studies. They don't understand why we still can deny it. And I said, well, because we can't just deny it because we don't agree with something.
Yes.
And if it meets the criteria, have you heard of equal housing opportunity? Federal, you know, that's what we have, and the Justin in the presentation today was great. You know that a lot of locals are gonna be there.
Those first families
Yeah,
are locals.
Yep, so, yeah, so I was encouraged by that. That's what sparked my talk about it was. So it makes me feel good knowing that what Broadleaf has going on out there with Nina Reed, and that they're really, it's gonna be a good project. Yeah, and so. I think we should, you know, I just want to throw that out to people, if you get anybody in the public, because I have a lot of them come at me about that, so. It does meet all the criteria. And, it does benefit me. This is another thing I was gonna talk about, I totally spaced it. Thank you for filling in the seat, I heard you did awesome.
I think I
Yeah,
did okay.
yeah,
I
that's
didn't
fine.
go back and watch the video.
And
so.
just tell you,
You don't wanna do that.
it was really, really nice, and I wasn't thinking about you guys at the time. Yeah, that's right.
Living in a building softball field or practice, yeah.
It was a bucket list item. I've always wanted to fly to Miami and hop in a convertible and drive the Jeep. And I was able to do that.
Oh, that sounds
And,
awesome.
it was really awesome. The lowest, the top was down when I hopped in the convertible Mustang. It went up. And the lowest low we have was 73 degrees. Right, that's 2 days of 86-degree weather. So it was pretty nice. And of all the keys, Key West is definitely where it's at. And they do have an airport right there. You can in. So not a big airport, but they do have an airport. And a lot of history, a lot of wreckage and stuff. naval history and Spanish shipwreck, and we've had more time. But, yeah, and I apologize, I had something else in the report, but I don't know, write it down. And yeah, like I always do. So, but it's good to be back. Maybe, the weatherman said that he set a record of days ago of 130 days not reaching a high of 60 degrees. Yeah, 130 days ago, and we're still not there till tomorrow. Probably 132 days ago, we had 60-degree weather. Tomorrow is gonna feel like spring. So it's supposed to be 60. Anyhow.
It's not.
Oh, so man, with this, so then we get back to, we flew out of Seattle because it was nonstop flight. Literally into the truck and started driving down I-5 and it's snowing.
Yeah.
That's what I returned to, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.